Hey everyone, uh, today is Saturday, the 25th of February, and I just kind of want to do a quick tour of what I have, or actually what I don't have, growing in our greenhouse here. We put this greenhouse up a few months ago, really before it started snowing, and I actually planted some seeds in here relatively shortly after it was constructed, but I'll just kind of show you the progress of what we have going on here. So this greenhouse is actually a polycarbonate Harbor Freight greenhouse. So it's just got these sort of like plastic panels here, and you can also see I've put up just some plastic bags here just to better insulate. I'm actually going to see if I can put up some actual plastic sheeting just so that it can get a little bit warmer in here, because even though we're in February, temperatures are still getting pretty cold, dropping into below freezing at night some nights. We are in zone, I believe we're in zone 5B or 6A, so it does get pretty cold in here. You can see I have this little digital thermometer. It says it's almost 90 in here. I also have this thermometer we got from Arbor Day Foundation, saying about the same. So it does get pretty warm in here during the day, but at night it's just not able to trap that heat, and it gets really warm in here, and then gets really cold in here. But so some solutions we've been using so far, and they do seem to have helped a little bit. So we've put up this insulation. It's reflective on this side, and then I actually painted it black on the other side. So hopefully that insulation is going to reflect some of the light back into the greenhouse, and then the back side will absorb some heat. We've also put in these trash cans filled with water. I'll just open one up here. So almost to the top there, just with our well water, and this is just for basically capturing more heat and then allowing it to release at night. And I have 4 of these. I could fit another one there. I might do that. It's just that I haven't really seen too much results from using these. They are, I believe, 45 gallons. 45 gallon trash cans. I think that's right. And just hoping that that could help, but doesn't really seem to be working when it gets really cold. And you can actually hear in the background, it's pretty windy today, so the whole structure is wiggling and kind of cracking. Well, it sounds like it's cracking, just kind of this polycarbonate. It's kind of squeaking. So yeah, this is kind of our structure. It is 10 by 12. It's just a out-of-the-box greenhouse. We did add these, it looks like they're 4x4s, and they are cemented into the ground. You can't see it, but just because we live in quite a windy area, so we wanted to make sure that it wouldn't blow away. And we haven't lost any panels yet either, so that's good. I can kind of show you what is growing in here right now, although it's not very impressive. So if we look on the ground here, and again, I planted these seeds several months ago, which I find is honestly pretty impressive that there is still stuff growing here at all when it gets so cold. So to me, these look like lettuce seedlings coming up here, but if you know better, you could tell me. But I believe they're lettuce. I sprinkled a lot of different seeds in here, so there's all sorts of stuff, but to me these look like lettuce or some sort of vegetable seeds. They're just sort of sprouting wherever they can get hold. And I also have some kind of like, I think these are like grow bags for actually like root vegetables, but basically right now they're just being used as a heat sink. So these still have some moisture during the day. They'll capture that sunlight and that heat and store it, and then at night they'll release that heat. So that's really what I'm trying to do here, because it is February and it is getting cold at night, and I just want to make sure that I'm capturing as much heat as possible during the day, and just hopefully allowing it to release at night and not, just get incredibly cold. Another thing that's growing in here is actually grass. So that is another plant that's able to survive in the negative temperatures at night. Coming over here, I found this was pretty cool. So this is likely another type of lettuce. It's just sun stressed, I think. It might just be also it could be like a red leaf or a oak leaf lettuce or something like that, I'm thinking there, the red one. And then also over here, which I thought was cool, is that we actually have spinach growing. So this is the one with the cotyledons that are quite elongated here, just like these long leaves, and then you can see like the little spinach true leaves there. So there's just a group of spinach growing here, and I just think it's crazy that it's coming up and able to survive. Obviously spinach is generally cold hardy, but I mean it's just been here and fighting in the cold for months and months. And honestly, I feel like this was the best way to do it, and I'll show you why I think that. So over here you can see it's not looking so good. This is tatsoi. It's brassica, and it's completely dead. And you'd think that this would be alive since it is a brassica, and brassicas are generally cold hardy. And this one particularly, tatsoi, I'll put this a little popsicle stick there to label. Tatsoi is especially cold hardy, I've read, but this one just died. At least it looks like it's dead. But the reason for this is that I actually tried transplanting this out and hardening it off from growing it inside, and for whatever reason it just didn't make it once I put it out here. So I feel like if I had planted it here, as I did with the spinach and lettuce, and then there are some other brassicas. I think kale is definitely growing here. So if I had just planted it here, it would have taken longer, I think, to actually come up, but it would have definitely been hardened enough to survive these colder temperatures like these other little plants that are growing. However, they're growing pretty slow. I mean, that's right there, that's like months of growth. And, but they're alive. I mean, they are alive. That's all I can ask for, I guess. And you can see here I did another experiment with lovage, which I believe is in the celeriac family. And it just completely turned to dust when I tried planting it out. And I believe lovage should be cold hardy to -5 Fahrenheit. So I don't think that it was hardened off enough, or it just couldn't take the extreme temperatures, because again, this greenhouse is getting to I've seen it go past 90, so it's getting pretty hot in here during the day. See, it's reading 90 now, and it is hot. I'm wearing a jacket here. But honestly, it's pretty hot for that. I thought it was going to be colder outside because there is still snow on the ground, but as you can see, it is pretty warm in here, and I don't think that I necessarily need to be wearing this, just because it's a very hot day, and specifically in the greenhouse, it's very hot as well. So that's really what I have growing. Not too much, just these little veggie sprouts and veggie seedlings coming up. Hopefully I can fix this heatsink, and if I get some kind of like greenhouse cloth or greenhouse plastic sheeting, maybe I can insulate this a little bit better, kind of creating a barrier between the polycarbonate here and then maybe like another sheet of plastic to kind of capture more heat and better insulate for these cold nights. And I can actually show you an outside view of the greenhouse, so it just has the sliding door. Again, this is just Harbor Freight, so 10 by 12, just it's in a full sun spot, so it gets a lot of sun. It gets pretty warm during the day. And you can also see maybe that there are vents, so like window vents at the top there. There's 2 on either side. Here's the back, where we're accumulating snow, can't really melt. I tried putting some dirt on top of that, but it's just tough since this doesn't really get any sunlight, and it just gets pretty cold back there regardless. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think about my little lettuce sprouts here. I think they're pretty pitiful, and I guess I need to work on my technique of growing, because I'm not quite able to harden them off like I'd like, and it seems like anything that I transplant out here instantly dies. I guess I should just wait till it gets warmer and gets a little bit easier to grow things, but I guess it's still impressive that these little seedlings are able to survive in such extreme climates. Again, because I am in 6A, and that it can get pretty cold. So I think the low for 6A is negative 15, and we've definitely gotten that this year. So yeah, hope you enjoyed.